Belinda was born in Ghana in 1717. When she was 12, she was forcibly brought to America to serve Isaac Royale, a wealthy British slave merchant who lived in Massachusetts. She served him faithfully for 50 years. When the Revolutionary War started, Isaac Royale fled his home in Massachusetts to go to England. When the war ended, the state of Massachusetts manumitted all of Isaac Royale's slaves, including Belinda. When she was freed, Belinda took her daughter Prine to Boston, but it was difficult because Belinda had no money. In February 1782, Prince Hall helped Belinda draft her petitions toward the state of Massachusetts. Belinda wrote many petitions, but she was only rewarded with 15 pounds and 12 shillings twice. The first petition was published in an English magazine, The Weekly Entertainer, in 1783. The second petition was published in a Philadelphia magazine, American Museum, in 1787. Clyde Ross was born in Clarksdale, Mississippi in 1923. He was the seventh child of 13 children in his family. Throughout his childhood in the South, his family's land was taken away and they were forced into sharecropping. After spending time in the Army, he moved to Chicago in 1947. Ross had a job, a steady income, and a family. Everything except a home of his own. In 1961, Ross bought his family a home in Chicago's North Lawndale neighborhood, a typically Jewish neighborhood on Chicago's west side. Ross and many other African Americans struggled to attain mortgages because his home was bought on contract. He had all the responsibilities of home ownership with all the disadvantages of renting. Ross bought his home for more than twice what it was sold for. Even with the existence of the Federal Housing Administration, Ross was still unable to get a mortgage because of red line neighborhoods. Ross took on 3 additional jobs to attempt to pay off his mortgage, but he was forced to pull his children out of private schools. Other homeowners like Ross knew that they were being swindled by whites. However, they did not want to do anything about their situation because they could possibly lose their homes. In 1968, he joined the Contract Buyers League, a collection of black homeowners on Chicago's south and west sides, all of whom had been affected by the same issues.
From what I know about you, you and I seem to be more alike than different, and I'm eager to hear your stories and about your work. However, we're different in that you've been a free man for your whole life.
When I was growing up, we had 40 acres of land at my home in Mississippi. I even had my own horse. The only thing we didn't have was legal protection.
That's what I wanted for so much of my life. I was grateful to have people who helped me express my voice in my petitions.
I didn't start speaking out until I was older, when I was young and the state would have come after me and my family. My dad told me to say nothing or we would have been killed.
What finally made you speak up?
When I was grown and I moved to Chicago, things were different. So many people were glad to be out of the South. We were served at restaurants, we didn't have to move over on the sidewalks, things like that. But I still wasn't free.
How so? Even I was free after the war was over.
When I bought a house for my family, we were swindled. I paid way too much, and we couldn't even get a mortgage. If I missed any payments, we lost the house. It was a dead-end neighborhood. Once we were in, there was no getting out.
How did you come to speak up for your rights? I'm afraid no one would know who we were or if I said nothing, and I had to be persistent to even be heard at all.
There were so many people in Chicago, in my neighborhood, in the same situations as me. We formed the Contract Buyers League. We approached contract sellers in person at their homes. We approached them with lawsuits.
What were you seeking? Money? New laws?
We asked for money, for all the contracts to be paid back, for repairs needed in our homes, and everything at 6% interest rate. We wanted more than just equality. We wanted this injustice to be known as a crime.
I asked for the same from the estate I worked in, and even though my attempts weren't always successful, twice I received what I was seeking for.
Even so, this work and these payments were worth more than money. We wanted to hold a country accountable for all the harm it caused so many people for so long.
I'm amazed that nothing has really changed, and we did so much similar work.